We're going to explain what would happen if a nuclear bomb went off. 1. The initial explosion would be incredibly bright, far brighter than the sun, causing blindness if you were looking directly at it. 2. A blinding flash of light and intense heat would instantly vaporize anything nearby, turning materials into plasma. This intense heat would cause severe burns and potentially death to anyone within several miles, depending on the bomb's yield. 3. A powerful shockwave, like a massive sonic boom amplified 1,000 times over, would immediately follow, flattening buildings, uprooting trees, and throwing debris at incredibly high speeds. This destructive force would extend far beyond the immediate blast zone, causing widespread damage. 4. A massive fireball would rise into the atmosphere, creating a mushroom cloud. The size and height of this cloud would depend on the bomb's power. 5. Radioactive fallout would be a major concern. This consists of microscopic particles of radioactive material that are carried by the wind. These particles contaminate the environment, water supplies, and food, posing a serious long-term health risk, causing cancer, birth defects, and other illnesses for many years to come. The extent of fallout depends on several factors, including the bomb's yield, weather conditions, and the terrain. 6. Electromagnetic pulse (EMP) effects are possible, particularly from high-altitude detonations. These could damage or destroy electronic equipment over a wide area, causing widespread power outages and communication disruptions. 7. Thermal radiation, the intense heat from the explosion, would ignite fires across a wide radius, creating firestorms that can be just as destructive and lethal as the blast wave itself. 8. The long-term effects would be devastating. Beyond the immediate casualties, there would be widespread displacement, economic disruption, psychological trauma, and environmental contamination. Recovery from a nuclear detonation would be a generational effort. 9. The exact effects would heavily depend on several factors, including the size of the nuclear weapon, the altitude at which it detonates, the terrain, and weather conditions. A smaller tactical weapon would have a smaller blast radius and less fallout than a much larger strategic weapon. The devastation would ripple out from the impact zone, and the longer-term consequences might extend across continents and even across generations through the effects of